an American transplant to Holland, Heath Herring, also teammate of Gilbert with the Golden Glory team. Jeremy Horn, contrarily, is from Team Militich, and they've got some great champions there. The current UFC welterweight champion, Matt Hughes, Pat Militich, a legend himself, as well as Jens Pulver, former UFC lightweight champion. So we've got two individuals in the ring who've got a lot of great fighters to be around them and train, and Gilbert gets the reversal!
Now you gotta watch out. He's not going to get submitted with a triangle because Jeremy's very good at triangle chokes. He's got to pass the guard though. He has to do something now.
Now
Jeremy's going for a sweep here.
Yeah,
and it could be an armbar too. It can be both. If one doesn't work, he can go for the other.
But Gilbert, don't forget, folks, the Pride Fighting Championships has been licensed in the state of Nevada. Yes, that means Las Vegas. And we are totally excited about that. It's a real big step for mixed martial arts. And also, don't forget to tune in pay-per-view. One of the greatest martial arts spectacular. And Horn grabs the leg. Horn working for that takedown, but is he hurt? No, maybe not. Horn gets the takedown, as I was saying before, folks, on pay-per-view. And we're not going to tell you a lot of details. We're going to let it be a surprise, but I can guarantee you this. It's going to have 80,000 people in Japan at the Tokyo National Stadium. And it's going to be one of the greatest martial arts extravaganzas that you've ever seen. We're going to call it Shockwave. It's going to be available to you on pay-per-view September 1st of this year. So stay tuned for more information. You can get more information on the Pride Fighting Championships website at www.pridefc.com. Ival on the bottom, Horn on top. I'm Stephen Quadros. I'm the fight professor next to my partner, El Guapo, Boss Root.
Yes. Gilbert should move here because we got 1 minute left in the fight. Jeremy's pushing his arms. Yes, this is what Gilbert should do. He should explode. And again, this fight's going to be very tough to call.
Oh, extremely tough. I don't like draws, but I don't know. Both men have done great work in this fight, but it's a tough one. A lot of the things that we say here are statistical information, like dates, times, and things. And I'd like to take this time to thank a few individuals for helping me with my statistics. Jeff Sherwood of Sherwood.com, James Hirth, and Ryan Graham have been an invaluable help to me. Gilbert pounding away, trying to get busy here.
Yep, but this is a very smart move from Jeremy. Go to the side mount, pass the guard, so this probably the eyes of the judges.
The jury, you were going to go there again.
Say it again.
I object, Your Honor.
It's going to give him the victory.
I don't know who won this fight.
Yep, me neither.
I really do not know, and it's going to be a heartbreaking thing for the loser because both guys gave pretty tremendous performances. But you know, the thing is, at the end, it didn't seem like either guy was really trying to close the show.
No, they were just brawling away with punches and playing. But, I mean, it had to be because the first 2 rounds were high intensity. At the beginning of round 3 was also. Look at this.
Here's the knee, and that had to hurt. Oh,
to the solar plexus there.
Oh, man. Jeremy's got a lot of heart to just get away from that. And he bought some time there by going to his back. Here it is again. Boom. Folks, you don't want to eat that for breakfast or lunch or dinner or any time. Gilbert Ival's knees are infamous. I was going to say legendary, are infamous in this business. Gilbert coming over, and here we go to the judges. Any predictions, boss?
Oh, no, I can't say. I really don't know.
Jeremy.
For Jeremy. Jeremy Horn has out-grappled Gilbert Ival and won a unanimous decision. But I got to tell you, this in a way is not a setback for Gilbert Ival.
Not at all.
Because, like I said before, if you're weak in the ground department, and a lot of people thought Gilbert was before this fight, going in against a guy like this, one of the best ground fighters in the business, and doing what he did, the reversals, it's in a way, this loss is a victory in some ways. Jeremy Horn getting a big victory, really going to probably contemplate whether he wants to stay at heavyweight or maybe go back down to 205. Gilbert really just needs to do more of the same of what he has been doing.
If he does that, it's going to be a very tough person to beat. What a good performance.
It would really be interesting to see what Jeremy Horn had to say about his fight with Ivo. If he thought that Gilbert had a lot more threat. And Gilbert leaving with his yellow card, boss. Of course, he didn't get a yellow card this time. He grabbed the ropes once or twice in the first round, but as I said before, he fought a really clean fight.
Yep, the first time for everything. Shaking hands there with Vanderlei.
Vanderlei, the man he
holds a grudge to. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a good performance. This knee was a beautiful knee.
Well, one of the things that really impressed me here, other than Jeremy Horn's absolute mastery of transitional jiu-jitsu, was Gilbert Ivo's ability to restart the fight himself without the referee. Being on the bottom and getting up his own himself. A great technical match. Really interested to see what both of these gentlemen are going to go to now. There he is, the winner, Jeremy Horn.
Enzo, you're fighting Shungo Oyama.
Good now and so well prepared. Everybody's a tough fight. You can't say that you're gonna get in there and get an easy fight. And as a fighter, I don't believe I can pick someone up. I believe all of them are very hard, and anyone that the promoters put in the ring with you, it's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Okay, I have one name, and I want you to say whatever you want after I say the name. Alex Stiebling.
Oh, the Brazilian killer. I would love to match up with him, definitely. You know, I asked Pride to maybe set me up with him, but it was a little, they said that maybe in the near future. And maybe he has one more Brazilian to kill, and it will be a pleasure to be facing him across the ring.
Juju Sakuraba, he beat Maurice Smith. He beat Oleg Taktarov. He did lose to Sakuraba, and he also lost to Dan Henderson, and he won his last fight in not a terribly exciting fight against Michiyoshu Ohara. Renzo Gracie, a former two-time world champion in Abu Dhabi and also a two-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion in 1993-94. Renzo's about 890 pounds in this fight, but he says that there's nobody in the world that can beat him at 167 pounds.
Yeah, which is his natural weight.
Yeah, because he's always fighting guys that are bigger than him, and this is no change from that. Shungo Oyama, the southpaw, against Renzo Gracie, spinning back kick. Wow. Look at this, trying for the, what is that, crescent kick? Impressive. Hey, your kung fu is pretty good. Why don't you teach me? Shungo really coming out loose with the kicks. He's just got to land one. That's the fourth one he missed.
Whoa!
Good move by Renzo.
High kick.
The guy starts clowning, kick him in the head. Of course, it missed too.
But I never expected Renzo to come with a high kick. It was beautiful. It was a good kick.
Yes, it was. Okay, that was the fifth kick that Shungo missed, and Renzo getting the body lock and the trip, and a little rope grabbing there by Oyama to avoid the takedown. And Oyama on his back via a Renzo Gracie trip slam.
Side mount there. Can Renzo keep him down? Yes, he can.
And Shungo's going to use a lot of energy getting back up.
The guard. Now, this is not what we want to see with two submission guys.
No, because this could have a real slowdown.
Yep.
And the crowd, although they're into it at the moment, could get restless.
Renzo already looking over his shoulder, which foot is up, so I think he's going to try to pass it.
There's one thing I really like about fights here in Japan. Now, when the fight slows down, you can hear a pin drop inside Thomas Super Arena.
Yep. It's very handy for your cornerman, so you can hear your cornerman too.
Yeah.
Normally, when I fought in America, I couldn't hear my cornerman because they were shouting. People were shouting so loud.
I've had some of the fighters tell me they can hear me and they listen to me for instructions.
Oh, it's here, but it's here in Pride.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think one of the things, point I was trying to make is that when they get really quiet, they have a real deep appreciation of the finer points and the techniques of mixed martial arts here in Japan. It's not just a blue-collar sport. White-collar people across the board really appreciate mixed martial arts here in Japan.
Yep, you put it exactly there. Okay, nice.
Enzo keeping busy.
Yeah, he did good, but Oyama was wide open there for body shots. So maybe he should work his way up to the head through the body. That's like we said. This could be very slow if they stay in this position. So the referee got to put him up.
Enzo had an interesting remark to make about the internet. He says it's crazy. It's for little kids.
No. It is. It is because a lot of little kids are on it. And they're saying strange things. You see Oyama? No, not anymore. He put the foot on his hip there, on Hanzo's hip, but then he realized that his guard was open and maybe Hanzo could pass the guard, so he closed it again. That's very smart. Hanzo should throw right straights here, right hooks to the body, I mean.
Shungo Oyama probably wants this fight back on his feet, but we didn't see any of his boxing. He's been training a lot with Hironaka over there in Okinawa. Hironaka was a former world champion of boxing. He knocked out Edwin Rosario in Mexico to win the title. And Shungo's also been training with Sakuraba. Not a bad guy to train on the ground with.
Probably the best guy to have here in Japan.
Kazushi Sakuraba, definitely the master of submissions, a legend here in Pride.
Looks like Oyama wants to trap that arm, maybe go for an arm bar, which would not be, a smart idea. Whoa, look at this.
Shungo trying for an escape, Enzo having nothing doing. We're getting into the slowdown that we had predicted. Two submission guys, Enzo grinding away, but Shungo moving back and away from those punches. Not a lot landed there.
Yeah, plus his hands are wide up also. Hanzo should try to hit the body.
That landed.
That was good.
Don't forget, folks, September 1st, and that is Labor Day weekend. Set your BCRs. If you go on vacation for Labor Day weekend, do set your BCRs because you don't want to miss the hugest martial arts extravaganza ever in Shockwave. Available on pay-per-view. That's right, folks. September 1st, Labor Day weekend. Set your BCRs.
No, ref.
They got to stand them back up.
Yeah, that's...
Stand them back up.
That was quite a good technique, looking back and then attack with the right straight to the head.
It's the Captain Kirk technique. Over there, bam!
Yeah. My father told me when I was a little boy to do things like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So your dad was a strategist. He's the one who created the El Guapo system.
The El Guapo system, yeah. Distraction. He said, pull your leg up and then hit him in the head.
Well, I think you did that with Maurice Smith when you were taken down. And he said, wait, wait, wait. And he looked at me like, what? And then you stood back up and thanks.
Yeah, that was beautiful. You know, what was that all about?
I used to have guys chase me when I was a little kid. I'd run real fast. And then just duck down and they'd go flying over me. Hey, look at this.
They put him up.
As we predicted, it's a restart standing.
Yellow
card here for Shungo Oyama. That does mean 10% of his person will go back to the organization, and he will be at a disadvantage in the scoring. He's behind on points now, so if he does have any boxing skills, he's got to come out and throw bombs here.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter because they don't judge by rounds. So, I mean, but do the yellow cards, they count, of course. That over the whole fight.
I think Shungo's only chance here is to win by a knockout, because if they go to the ground, he's not going to be able to out-grapple Enzo.
No, it's going to be exactly the same thing that we've seen.
We're seeing a lot of shadow boxing here by Oyama. Enzo with a high kick, slipped on his back. Oyama trying to take advantage. Oyama should just back up and go back to standing. We should play this game. According to the official ringside, they both got a yellow card for starting. which is actually very interesting, and Renzo gets restarted again.
Renzo should go for the right straight to the body.
Do you think that Renzo has become tentative over the last year or so?
It always happens with a seasoned fighter, you know. The older you get, the more time you're going to take and make better setups. But it's a kind of same style fighter. Here he goes again with a striking attempt, and then now he's on the bottom. Striking attempt and then for the takedown, but it doesn't work. And like you said, Oyama's got to keep it on his feet. Good call from the referee here.
Fight!
The first time I ever saw Renzo Gracie, he won an 8-man tournament in the United States called the World Combat Championships, and he was dominant there with his jiu-jitsu. But he also punched a couple guys pretty well in that. But he seems a little tentative to exchange here with the punches.
Yeah, probably.
High kick by Oyama, partially blocked by the tilting head of Renzo Gracie.
Renzo should throw left into the head and the right straight to the body.
Like I said, boss, Renzo seems tentative here. He seems to be run out of options, and if he can't take Oyama down, I think Oyama should have. That's a mistake. Oyama should just try and do a stand-up fight here.
Yes, and that's what he's doing right now. Because he also was sweating, especially Oyama. It's getting really difficult now for him to take him down. He's slipping out of everything, it looks like.
Yeah. Oyama definitely wants to. He should just stay with boxing, stay with kickboxing.
It's a good front kick. It hits at the right moment.
It's more of a push than a damaging technique, though.
Yeah,
spinning back kick there by Oyama, and that cracked him a little bit. It wasn't. Oh, Renzo going with his own back kick. Shungo, the one moving forward here. Renzo going for the single leg. Shungo sprawling back and defending the takedown very well. Renzo didn't even try to pull guard out of that. Renzo with another front kick. Neither man doing any damage with punches. Now what's this?
I don't know. It's like the pre-movement of a very strange thing. Oh. Back fist. It looked like he was setting up for a back fist.
Well, but Shungo has been really out of range on most of his strikes here standing. When they did get into a punching exchange, he was the better of the two, and they caused Renzo to go back. But I don't think he's got quite the confidence he needs, but I really think he should take it right to Renzo right now.
Yeah, just go there with strikes. Renzo should keep attacking him with the right straight to the body. I really left him to that, right straight to the body. It would be a good way to keep him off. What Renzo also is doing, the front kick, is also a good way to keep him off. A takedown is going to be very difficult.
Here's the high kick, and Renzo turned his head, otherwise that could have really done some damage. Caught him on the ear, and Renzo motioning, hey, come on. That was a foot kick. It wasn't quite the Anderson Silva shin kick we saw earlier.
No, it wasn't. It was kind of a toe ear kick, toe to the ear.
Good form, a little slow.
Good for a cauliflower ear, like this.
But at least it landed.
Yeah. Oh, he did good.
Shungo threw a number of shots in that round that were just way wide and long of the target. I think rather than showing off, he's got to try and do some damage with his punches.
Yep, like you said, how long he's been training on boxing, we don't know, and it takes a lot. If you're a judo practitioner, you gotta really box 2 times a day, trust me, and spar a lot. And a lot of people don't do that. They keep with them, they stay with their own style. They do boxing maybe 3 times a week. But it makes only difference if you're gonna do it every day, preferable 2 times a day.
Well, even though there was not a lot of damage points done in that round, it seemed that Oyama was definitely getting stronger.
Yes, he was growing into this fight. Could be the age difference also here, huh? What is the age difference? See. Renzo to do, keep doing it. There's obviously that knee protection there is not for nothing.
Hook kick missing.
That is perfect.
Well, we heard that sound, didn't we?
It sounded a little high, that it was higher, you know?
Yeah, I got that sound. Which means that he caught the protective cup of Oyama unintentionally, because Renzo is definitely one of the cleaner fighters in the sport. A true gentleman in and out of the ring. Right hand there by Renzo, but Renzo seems reluctant to want to box or to trade with Oyama, and Oyama continues to shadow box on the outside.
Yeah, what to do. What to do. Enzo should keep throwing that low kick inside low kick. Maybe set it up with a left straight to the head. That's a very good combination there. Should do that again. Right straight to the body, left hook to the head.
Here's the problem. Both men are relatively new at boxing, so they're loading up on every punch. They're not setting up a power punch with a fake punch, a jab, or something like that. So they're not really landing anything.
Yeah, he's got to take the fight to him.
I think he should jab his way in. Oh, see, like he's just throwing power shots. Like I said, he's just loading up, and Renzo can see him coming.
Enzo jumping the guard there.
But this is going to be a lot of energy used by Renzo in this position if they're leaning against the rope. And down on the ground, Shungo pounding away. Shungo got some good shots in there. Shungo getting the stronger of the two. If I were him, I'd just back up.
Yeah, he's growing into the fight.
Yeah, he's really starting to get stronger in this fight. And Renzo doesn't really seem to know what to do. Renzo trying for that up kick that he knocked Oleg Taktarov out with, but Shungo should just back up. Don't play this game.
Yeah, but you know what? He looks really like, you can see that he trained with Sakuraba. He stands like him now. He moves like him.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Spinning back kick. You're right. Enzo's got a little bit of an abrasion. I'll tell you what. Shungo has really improved.
Oh, look at that.
That's judo right there.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Beautiful step back pivot hip toss.
Look how relaxed he is. Look at this.
Speaking of Sakuraba, oh yeah.
Oh, what about this?
He's doing Sakuraba's repertoire here. Oyama is enjoying himself, staying loose. Look at this. He's finally found his groove, boss.
Yeah, oh yes.
A little bit derivative of the great Kazushi Sakuraba, as we said, but still landing the shots. Renzo's got a cut. Renzo getting a warning from the referee. Shungo getting stronger, taking control of this fight.
1 minute left.
1 minute left. If he keeps doing this, he's going to win the fight.
I think you should go with a high left roundhouse kick. You should throw a high kick right here.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
You should throw the high left roundhouse kick. They're both clowning, posing, taunting each other here. Shungo pressing the fight.
Whoa, the high kick.
It was the right high kick. It missed, but like I said, he had no setup on it.
Yep, round number 2 coming up. Round number 3, actually.
Renzo seems confused at this point. He seems confused because Oyama obviously has gained 100% confidence in the last 3 minutes of that round. He got into his groove of being a showman, but this is something new for him. But obviously Sakuraba really rubbed off on him. I think he found the right place to train. And it really impressed the crowd, and he landed some shots there.
Low.
Here it is.
The knee now. Oh no, this is not that shot. Oh, this is the throw.
Here's the pivot back hip toss. That was nice. That was definitely Oyama's round.
And look at this. Cartwheel right there. Let's see if they show that turn that he makes and then that kick to the leg.
He did so much. He did spinning back kick to the leg. Sitting here clowning. Oh, Renzo's spit at him.
That's
Well, he's really getting under Renzo's skin here, isn't he? And Renzo can't take him down. Renzo's getting angry, which is not a good thing.
No, because you're going to make mistakes. You want to keep your cool, especially in this game. Last round coming up.
I'm telling you, this is really going to help Shungo Oyama if he gets this kind of win, especially like this over Renzo Gracie. This will really help his career immeasurably. We've seen some fighters like Daijiro Matsui, who people can pretty much wrote him off. He had a bunch of losses. They came back and beat Pele.
Yeah.
Now, Shungo Oyama coming off 3 straight losses, never having had a win in Pride. If he gets a win over Renzo, it's going to make people talk about it.
Oh, yeah. It's going to put him right back into business.
Doesn't necessarily mean he's top 10, but still. This is the round in which we want to see, will Shungo Oyama grow even more with his confidence in his strikes, or will Renzo get it to the mat and get it over with a submission? Renzo has not even been close to a submission in this fight.
No, it's very difficult. I don't know for Renzo what game he should play right now. Yeah, like I said before, maybe the inside low kicks, but in the last round, now starting now, would be too late. He's got to watch out for that left high kick, right high kick. Because even though it's a snappy kick, it could knock you out. Whoa, look at that.
Yeah, spinning back fist, which missed by at least 2 feet. But the interesting thing is, okay, Renzo with his own spinning back fist. The interesting thing is, even though Shungo will throw a lot of his kicks really short, wide of the mark, Renzo doesn't shoot him for the takedown when he does it.
Yep. Whoa.
Shungo trying to land that right hook and getting a little wild there. Like I said, he's loaded.
Nice
Renzo
right hand.
throwing the right hand.
Yeah, they got to fight. They're going to get another yellow card.
I don't think they'll get a yellow card standing because they'll do something intermittently and keep the action flowing. But it is Shungo's fight right now. Renzo needs to take it over somehow. He needs to hurt Shungo, but he seems a little gun shy. He's leaning back when Shungo punches. And there's the shot, and Renzo gets his back and almost gets him down, and Shungo looks like he's trying for a...
Whoa.
Look at this.
Beautiful escape.
Shungo being really difficult.
Look at this.
Beautiful trip takedown by Shungo Oyama. Shungo Oyama in complete control here. He defended the takedown, got back up not once, twice, but 3 times, then took Renzo down. But he doesn't want to be here. He should get back to standing to dictate the pace and the flow of the fight.
Yeah, or go here for some strikes. But do not end up in the guard. Unless you want to stay in a half guard here.
Well, I have to say, I am impressed with the growth of Shungo Oyama. From the time we saw him lose to Walid Ismail by a side choke, and that was last year, almost 1 year ago. It was in July. He really went to school and improved his game. And although he's still a diamond in the rough, he's a technician now, especially with strikes. His ground game is still basic, but it's his standing game that is totally unpredictable. He just has to land more of those punches.
3 minutes.
Now, what can we expect? What do you think?
Well, I think that Shungo should get him into a slug match here. He should start slugging with him. And don't worry, because he's been able to defend the takedowns. Just start slugging. Just start fighting like a shootbox guy. Just going in there and just try, go to the body and go to the head. He's a southpaw, and he keeps loading up with that right hook, but he should throw that straights guy. If anything, you want to throw your left hand because Renzo's head is turning that way. Shungo's got his number in this fight. He's totally got Renzo's number.
And he's going to press it now.
Yeah, he should just start punching, man. Just start, go like a machine gun. Just trade. He's going to win the fight regardless, unless Renzo pulls out a miracle submission. Look at that. It was blocked by Renzo.
Yeah, totally in control there. Last 2 rounds.
Yeah, there we go. Restart again. This fight at this point is all but over. Shungo Oyama has stepped back into Pride with a very impressive, if not showy, performance against Renzo Gracie. He didn't do any damage per se. Landed a couple punches. Maybe scraped Renzo. But the fact that he was able to defend the takedown, okay, there it is! Shungo's got it. You know he's got it.
Yeah, he got the victory. He was pressing the fight, whole fight. Yeah, he made quite of a big difference.
Yes.
Nice comeback.
Pride Fighting Championships Demolition. Saitama Superman. That's where we're at, folks. Shungo Oyama has pretty much just outwitted Renzo Gracie, and we're going to find out if the judges agree with us. And here we are, Renzo trying for the takedown, and look at the defense there by Shungo. He's going for that Sakuraba Kimura, and look at that! Wow! Jumping back up into a half guillotine, standing back up, and getting, look at that trip.
Beautiful trip.
That was absolutely technical.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ塩崎、大山。ジャッジマント、大山。
Shungo Oyama has defeated a Gracie. He has defeated Renzo Gracie by unanimous decision. And, he told us 2 days ago that he thought that Renzo Gracie was weak standing up, and he proved that. He proved that.
Yep, true. The beginning of the fight, it's like we said, what he should do, the key to this victory would be defending the takedown, and then attack with strikes. And that's exactly what he did. And he did it perfect. Threw in a little bit of Sakuraba.
And he's emotional. He is emotional in victory. Look at him. Playing to the crowd. Those that wrote him off, all the naysayers, and he's emotional about this win. He's tearful. A powerful moment for him, but he's still got work to do.
He's got a lot of work to do. He's got to improve on the power of his punches and throw with more accuracy. So, but he did good. He did good. It was a great show. We put on a show.
Well, this was
one
a
of
great
points.
Yeah, this
but
was
no cable.
This was a great fight for him to try out his stand-up, because Renzo is not notoriously a dangerous stand-up fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't want to get in there with like Pele or some, some guy, Vandalay or somebody and try out a new stand-up.
That big man, that almost 7-foot wonder, Semi Schilt from Holland. It's going to be a clash of countries here, boss.
Yes, it is. You know what? Both of them are very pale and white because in both countries there's not a lot of sun, and I know because I'm from Holland. Semi Schilt actually, he looks like Ivan Drago. We always make fun about it, but so he looks like a Russian guy. But now he's going to face a Russian guy. What can he do against him? We know that Fedor is a champion, a good one, and all his fights, all the fights that he won was in rings. But in rings, there are no strikes allowed to the ground. So that could be the key to success for Sam Schilt.
Yeah, the key to success for Fedor is probably going to be with those punches and bunches, taking Sammy to the ground. But the king of the one-word interview, Schilt, is probably going to want to stay standing up and use those long-range weapons, those telephone pole arms and legs, to beat up on the shorter wrestler from Russia. Look at this reach advantage here. See this? I can't even touch this guy, okay? Now, I don't even want to deal with the legs. Do you think that you're a better kicker or puncher?
I think punching and kicking. I don't think one is better than the other. I think it's both good.
Okay. If you were a stand-up comedian, what would your opening joke be?
I think I just stand there and people laugh.
赤コーナーよりエミリアーエンコ・ヒョードル選手の入場です。
From Russia, Emelianenko Fedor. He is 25 years old,
This looks like a Rocky movie. And Ivan Drago is coming up. Listen to the music.
Well, this music is definitely...
We're missing the vocals, the manly vocals. If I knew the lyrics, I would have sung it for you guys.
Well, this is a wrestler who can punch. And he's got a great corner. The man holding the flag there is one of his alumni from the Rings organization, one of the great leg lockers, Kopylov. And he's got his teammate directly behind him, Labasanov. And they didn't wait for somebody to play the national anthem. Apparently, they played it for themselves. And, you know, I really like that. I've really been looking forward to seeing this guy fight. He Rings 2002 World Series absolute weight class champion. Got some big wins. As I said before, he beat Ricardo Arona. He also beat Kerry Meat Truck Shaw, Lee Hasdell, and that man from Australia with a sidekick, Chris Hazeman. There he is in the ring. From Russia, Emelianenko Fedor. Back to K. Grant at ringside.
第7試合を行います。青コーナー212センチ114キロセインシュート。
Sammy Schultz.
赤コーナー182センチ106.5キロエメリアエンコヒョーロ。
Fedor, in my opinion, has got to get this fight on the ground.
Everybody who fights Sam Shields got to take the fight to the ground. Pretty much everybody.
But I'll bet if Bob Sapp fought Sammy Schultz, want to keep it standing up.
Look at the referee. He has to step on his toes.
Yeah.
Check everything.
Because you'd almost have to get a ladder to hit Sammy in the head if you were Fedor. He will be punching up.
The jumping punch, maybe he should try.
Yeah. Oh boy, like we said before, Pride Fighting Championships Demolition. There's fireworks in the ring on this one.
Front kick coming up with the left.
Naar de zijkant toe, hè. Naar de zijkant. Als die komt.
There it is. He ate a knee and got the clinch. And he got the takedown and side mount, boss.
An armbar, almost.
Hou bij je. Hou bij je.
He walks through that knee, clinched up, got the takedown, took Sammy right out of his element.
Yeah, Sam got to watch out with his hand there, his left arm.
This guy's a smart. Oh.
Yes, he's going to go straight on.
This guy's a smart fighter, controlling the action. Emelianenko on top in the half guard of Sammy Schultz.
Met de rechterbeen stutten en die arm erbij pakken. Die arm erbij pakken. Die arm naar je toe trekken.
See, Sam should, yeah, no, he should close his guard, at least so he catches his leg, so he cannot go to the full mount or a side mount.
I think that the full mount would be a mistake because it would be easy for Sammy to buck him off. Because Sammy's got a good 30 pounds on him. Sammy could roll him, he could buck him. But Sammy has got that wrist strength.
Whoa.
This guy's got good control, huh, boss?
Very good balance.
Because Sammy is definitely putting up a fight to try and get him off the top. Now he's going to start pushing the arm straight up. Not a good thing to do on a regular basis against this guy. This guy's got some submissions, and now he's going to start unloading.
There he is again with holding the wrists.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's very strong in that. Sam has tried a few times for that side choke. It's not going to work, but look at here. We got the mount position now.
We do have the mount.
Yeah, now he needs to cross-face and then go for a straight armbar.
Oh, just like you said, boss, he cross-faced and
he's got it.
Oh, yeah.
He's got it.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Oh, but Sam is good. Oh, Sam is in trouble here, folks. Sammy Schultz is on the verge of being armbarred. He's got it in real good. What can Sammy do here, boss?
He's got to come up straight up. That's go to the side. No, he doesn't have it.
Got it. He got rolled the other way. Took a knee there.
Mount again.
Yeah, the smaller man in control, and they're going to restart him to the center of the ring. Great A real lesson that Sammy is learning here, grappling at the hands of the Russian Emelianenko Fedor, making his Pride debut. This is Sammy's 4th time in Pride.
In één keer, alles in één keer, hè?
And he's been doing good here.
Both men in their 20s, Sammy 28 years old, Fedor being 25 years old.
I think Fedor's going to do the same thing again.
Kijk uit voor je hoofd.
Straight arm.
Oh, good right hand. Those punished Sammy Schilt. Those weren't cosmetic punches, folks. Those were damaging blows. Especially the first one.
And there's the arm bucket. Yeah, he's setting it up again for the left arm. Sammy's left arm.
Guy can deliver a lot of velocity at a short range there.
Rustig blijven. Spaar je krachten.
We've got a real packed house of 22,586 people tonight. And undoubtedly, they're loving this match.
Hou bij je.
This guy really knows how to generate power.
Hou bij je weg dan.
Wow.
Als je pols
And you don't know what he's going to do because he knows it all. Maybe he sets an arm out with strikes or he goes for the knockout. I mean, everything is powerful.
You know, it's really interesting because a lot of people thought that a lot of these fighters were coming out of range and going into Pride because they hadn't fought with striking on the ground would not do as well. But we've seen Nogueira come out of rings and become the Pride heavyweight champion. Now we got this guy who's just taking it right to Sammy Schilt. So that was a good production ground for a lot of fighters. You know.
I think a lot of Russians, they have a boxing background. Many people in Russia box. So, we don't know, maybe he has a boxing background.
En naar je rechterkant misschien, want daar is een been vast. Kijk eens of je kunt stutten.
His balance is very good.
En weer vast. Je hebt dat been vast. Sam, fixeer
Sam has tried to get away from this situation. Because obviously...
Fixeer maar Sam, er is niks aan de hand.
Oh, armbar coming.
Yeah, he's thinking about that hammer lock. He's got the mount again.
Sam staat bakken op zijn haksels.
Total control here by Emelianenko.
Sam staat een paar keer op zijn hassers. Houd het hoofd in.
Sammy's length right here is to his detriment.
Blijf werk op zijn hoofd.
Because in closest, the guys with the shorter limbs that'll do better.
Yeah, it's more acceptable for arm bars and leg locks, obviously, but I would go for an arm bar if I would fight an opponent that tall.
Hey, je werkt altijd van onder.
Well, he's bleeding now. He's going arm bar, straight arm bar. The corner of Sam tells him to keep his arm in.
Well, you know what's funny is that Sammy with those hammer fists, oh, look at this. Sammy with those hammer fists is doing damage punching up.
He has got a lot of strength, a lot of power in his punches, any punch.
Sammy Schilt is the former 3-time king of Pancrase. That's an honor and distinction that you all made.
Whoa, look at this.
He's really trying to get that arm bar. But Sammy's defending well, but can't win a fight by defending. The last time we saw Sammy Schilt work this long from his back was against a man who was with us in the broadcast tonight, and that was Josh Barnett, who did get the armbar against Sammy. But Sammy has been, you know, against 3 Japanese opponents since he fought in Pride. He fought Akira Shoji, stopped him. He stopped Sataki, and he also stopped Takayama. And now, neither one of those guys had him on the deck for very long, if at all. But Fedor is really showing us something here in controlling the big man and just brawling and mauling him here.
Yeah, he doesn't want to let him up. So I wonder what's going to happen in the second round. Because he's got to see him close the distance again.
Well, we've got 1 minute left, and obviously, if this goes into the second round, there'll be an automatic restart. So Sammy will be dangerous standing up with either a front kick or a straight punch. But Fedor continues to brawl and maul him from the top. I like the fact that Fedor stays busy, not just with little tip-tap punches, but he's really trying to throw bombs here.
Yeah, you know that when Sam's going to make a mistake, he's going to step it over in an armbar or in another submission. He's really looking for something. And he goes again, see?
Niks aan de hand. Hang bij je.
No, this is going to be the end of the round.
Hey Sam, rustig aan. Consolideren.
His
Armen vastzetten.
ground and pound style
Niks
is
aan de hand.
a tad bit reminiscent of Igor Vovchanchyn,
potje.
but
Nee,
he's a
hou
little
maar vast.
busier with his positions.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got good balance.
See, he almost pulled him down on top of him, but then changed the angle right at the last minute. Went for a submission there. Sammy defended. This was really good, boss.
Beautiful. So we should have started kneeing him in the head here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're coming up on round 2. Sammy's got to strike first blood standing up and keep him away from him and do some damage.
Yeah, he can't.
You can't, because, you know, otherwise you're going to get taken down again. This guy really has got some cool takedowns. I like how he shifted gears. There's the neck crank. I think that Fedor is in great shape for this fight as we get ready for round number 2. Both men look like they've got quite a bit left. And the second round looks like it may eclipse the first as far as action. Fedor bouncing up and down. He's got a little bit of a nick just over the side of his left eye, not a factor. One for Sammy Shield on his back.
Hetzelfde plaatje, kom. Je hebt er vaker voor gestaan, niet?
And I'll bet you Sammy
Kan
can't
je
get
niet
up
slaan,
there.
want je
If the
controleert
first
hem
round,
op alle
for
fronten.
10 minutes, he stayed on his back.
Yeah, I hope
Rustig aan.
we're going to
Laat
see
hem
some
niet
action
moe
here.
maken. Zie je kans op
Otherwise, I
slaan,
hope
sla je
that
erin.
the referee's going to stand him up.
Well, Sammy need him right there. See that?
Niks aan de hand.
See
Controleer
right
hem.
there?
Strek maar die benen.
That's a cool
ligt die bij je
move.
vandaan anders. En dan kun
He
je
brought the
slaan
knee
namelijk.
up
Je
and
hebt
pulled the
hier
guy's head into it. Bang.
What an innovation.
Kijk maar.
Where did I see
Zelfs
that?
zijn wenkbrauw ligt open, Sam. Wenkbrauw
Could
ligt
it
open,
be-
Sam. Die rechter.
Now,
Voor
boss,
jou rechts.
speaking of that technique,
Niks aan de hand.
you've got a
Controleer,
book
hè.
coming out
Blijf
pretty soon.
controleren.
Yes, I do. And that technique,
Blijf
actually,
controleren.
you can find in that book.
Controleer die
I'm
pols.
very familiar with that book, boss,
Zorg dat hij
since
niet geslagen wordt. Zelf
I
geen.
co-authored it with you. We're talking about
Yeah, with a guy like Fedor, for sure. I don't think he's going to armbar him or do anything else. This is good. I hope they restart in a standing position and not on the ground. Please, not on the ground.
yeah, well, it's going to be on the ground.
You see?
Sam, blijf hem slaan met je rechterarm.
Kopolov looking on, but
Maar laat hem zelf niet
I'm
slaan,
not
hè.
thinking
Je moet
that
geen ene klap hebben.
Fedor is going to be doing a Kopolov-esque leg lock.
Sla hem er zelf op. Kijk, hij dekt dat al af. Hij durft zelf al niks meer. Zet maar kracht. Niks aan de hand. Als je die wenkbrauw openslaat, dan ben je al heel eind. Niks aan de hand.
Yep, we see here the same as we saw in the first round.
Kleine tikjes kunt geven.
Fedor's key to success would be trying to pass the guard, go to the mount again, and then for a straight armbar. That would be my advice if I was in his corner. And Sam, yeah, try to escape the situation or just hold him real tight so that the referee puts you back on your feet.
Hou hem bij je, Sam. Nee,
This is
hij
not
mag
gonna
niet
finish the
slaan.
fight.
Houd hem even af. Weet je het nog? Gewoon hou hem bezig, Sam.
How much do you think that Sammy Shield works on submissions?
I really don't know. I think it's it works more on striking than on submission. That's one thing for sure, because we have seen him many times in this position.
Het bloed zit overal, Sam.
He should train this 2 times a day. Only submission. Only try to escape this situation and escape defend the takedown.
I think they should restart.
Restart. They should put the fight out.
Yeah, because they're not really doing a great deal.
Blijf met me, Sam. Je hebt hier niets gewoon.
Yuji was in the ring because he would have had put him on that feet for sure. 1 minute. They gotta put him up now.
Blijf slaan, Sam. Maar blijf controleren. Slaan, Sam. Slaan.
Yeah, what can we do?
Can't do much.
What can we do?
Because neither guy is really
Trying to finish. Well, do something.
It must be tough for Fedor, but Sammy's got an open guard here.
Doe maar. Ja, dat gaat goed.
Yeah.
Dat gaat goed, Sam. Dat gaat
But
goed.
Fedor, in my opinion, is winning the fight, even though he looks worse for the wear facially than Schultz does. He's landed more strikes, scored more points, definitely scored the takedowns. Sammy did land a few shots from his back, but nothing really that had Fedor in trouble.
Oh, now let's hope that the last round is going to be the opposite of this round. Because that was not exciting.
No, it wasn't. I mean, I've seen worse rounds than that, but punching a guy from the guard. Last time I saw an exciting match with a guy punching the guard was probably Chanchin versus Inoue. The fighting championships return of the Warriors. That was August 2000 now. But dimensionally, Igor and Semi are much different. Or actually, Ensign and Semi. Look at this takedown.
Yeah, he's just going to lift him, pick him up there, boom. Yeah, Sam's going to throw those front kicks. Forget about knees. Front kicks, that's the key to success. I think that he did with Takayama. Only Takayama was bigger, taller. But still, that's the only way. A knee.
There's that little knee, boss.
That's beautiful. And he could do it more, because like you said, he had an open guard, and Fedor was not like...
Blijf bewegen, Sam.
That's the key to success for Fedor here, the knees.
Blijf bewegen, Sam.
Knees
Niks
to the
aan de
body,
hand.
knees to the head.
Hou bij je.
Why do you think that nobody does that? Only a few. And it's so effective.
Knee to the body with the
alle
other
kruisen.
knee.
Yeah, knee to the body. First with the left now for Fedor. Start knee in the body, and then up for the head. And then go again, and again. It doesn't cost you any power.
Gaan we poweren.
You can throw 100 knees like that.
Jij wil
Go
over
left, and then right to the head.
There you go.
Gotcha.
He defends the knee,
En
he
bewegen, jongen.
defends his body, and then his head is wide open. Bang, to the head.
Geen fratsen. Slaan.
But no.
Kom op.
Well, I got to tell you one thing. Sammy Schultz has got really incredible stamina.
Yeah, he never ever quit on stamina. You never see him so tired, so that's good.
Sammy just landed a knee of his own there from the bottom.
Blijf bewegen, Sam. Blijf bewegen. Denk op je armen. Denk op je armen. Probeer die heupen eronder te krijgen. Die heupen
Getting a
eronder.
lot of instructions there from his corner Sammy, but
Yeah, but they're all different instructions.
and obviously they're not being too helpful because he's in the same position.
Blijf werken, Sammy. Blijf werken. Onderhoofd.
Well, it's the giraffe versus the Wolverine,
Onderhoofd. Sluit maar in.
and this is the giraffe that can hurt you.
Yep.
But
Kijk
That's
eens.
bad for now, by here.
Pak vast.
Yeah, he's going to step over, go
En weer
up,
terug.
almost. Mount. Ah, yeah, we saw this in the first round. If he's going to finish it, he's going to be winning now, man. Otherwise, I don't see a different finish.
he's not going to finish in the ground and pound, that's for sure. Uh-oh.
He's got way too much balance. These are good strikes.
I noticed that Fedor pretty much only throws that left hand.
So maybe he's left-handed.
But
Blijf zelf werken, Sam.
Yeah, that's kind of strange, yeah.
do you think it's because he wants to trap with the right hand?
Yeah, it's good possible. Yeah, but maybe he is left-handed, we don't know. Maybe it's his favorite hand. You see it a lot. In ground and pound, a lot of people only with the right. And here you got it, only with the left.
Blijf werken, Sam.
I think he also needs to balance one arm always out, make sure you don't get turned.
Kom.
Well, I tell you one thing. If Fedor beats Sammy Schultz, it's a very significant victory. And it will really, to me, establish Fedor maybe even as a top 10 fighter.
Yeah.
because there's really nobody else that would be the same height and the same kind of dangerous weapons as Sammy Schultz. So if he can beat a guy like this, imagine what he can do to a guy who's in his own size, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet he's got some stand-up.
Yeah, only he's not taking any risk right now.
No, of course not. No, that would be a mistake to try and stand up to Sammy because he would not be able to, unless he had great side-to-side movement, which even then, you don't want to, when a guy's got this kind of length, you want to take him into this kind of a fight. And Sammy just doesn't have the technical options here available to him to do anything different. So the fight is falling into one mode, and Sammy even isn't really doing a lot of counter-striking. Yeah,
the referee should put it up.
I agree.
This is...
I totally agree.
There's 1 minute left. Come on. Sam's showing a lot of different things, like holding the wrist, and then there's a punch, and then watch out for your arm. You know, and you can do that at the same time. What Sam got to do is try these long arms underneath the legs of Fedor and then try to throw him off. He's got to try something, escape, do something. Blocking is not going to work. Bas Rutten big book of combat, how to escape the mount. It's going to be over the fight. And,
well, Emelianenko, Fedor, has come into Pride, and he's shown why it was such a dangerous force in the ring circuit. His only loss is to TK Kosaka, and it was by a fluke cut. And they are standing, and it seems real obvious to us that Emelianenko Fedor, he completely dominated the fight.
Yep, he won the fight.
It wasn't pretty, but it looks like it's going to be a victory. Here we go, more ground and pound. Fedor landed that left hand a record 876 times in the fight, or approximately.
Why?
And Sammy Schultz grabbed him, I think it was 614 times, approximately.
Yep, and hold his wrist 2 times. 3 times. It was 2 rounds. Yeah, obvious. Second, I thought that he said shoot.
Okay, unanimous decision by Emelianenko Fedor. And I think this was one of those fights where Fedor just had to get the job done. Because somebody like Schultz, as we have hammered at the point of him standing up, you just can't fight that guy standing up. It's just not the thing to do. And Fedor did what he had to do, and I really look forward. I really look forward to seeing Fedor fight some other fighters in the heavyweight division.
Yes, his own size, I think it will be a great match.
Don Frye is back, the man that beat Ken Shamrock the last time he was in Pride. But he's going to be facing a giant, 6'7", 260-pound Yoshihiro Takayama. But let's be fair, it was originally Mark Coleman that was going to face Don Frye. More from Boss.
Yeah, Mark Coleman got injured in the training. He had a little accident there with his training partner, Kevin Randleman. He suffered from a neck injury, so for him it was wise not to fight. They postponed this fight. And like I said in the beginning of the show, don't worry, they are going to fight. Only it's going to take a little bit longer.
Don, you're back in the ring, but it must be a little disappointing not getting Coleman this time out.
Yeah, it was real disappointing. You know, I had my heart set on Coleman for 6 years, and when we got the news, first, you know, I was really concerned about his health. That was first and foremost, you know. Said a big prayer for him, you know, that he'd be healthy and make a recovery. And then the disappointment sat in, and I wanted to be able to fight him. And once I found out, you know, he was okay, I was real happy about that. So that's what's most important, is that he's injury-free. Just a minor injury, but he'll be back.
Got any designs on the heavyweight title?
Always, you know, always. When I came back to mixed martial arts, you know, the main goal was to fight Coleman, you know, and then to fight Shamrock. And I got lucky enough, I fought Shamrock. Got really lucky, and I beat him. I'd like to fight Coleman eventually, but, you know, to get that world heavyweight title, that's what everybody gets in the sport for.
When Coleman and Fry do fight, it will be a rematch. But tonight, it's the first time that Takayama will face Fry. Now, Fry is a really good puncher, but Takayama has the ability to take a punch. So how is that going to play out, boss?
I don't know. If Takayama plays his cards straight, right, exactly right, he should try to overpower Don Fry. It's going to be very difficult because Don Fry is a very powerful individual, but Takayama's got way more size on him. If he can use that, he could bring Don Fry in danger. But I think it's going to be a difficult task for Takayama to beat him.
I agree. Also, I think, as a matter of fact, Don Fry will take this fight, and I think we're going to be saying timber by the end of this fight.
Because they won in the UFC at the time. And yeah, it's like you said, man, this guy's tough. He's an all-American hero right here.
And listen to that crowd. They love Don Fry here. I remember when Don Fry fought Ken Shamrock, the crowd went through the roof when they announced his name. He is a two-time UFC tournament champion. He won the UFC number 8, and he also won the UFC Ultimate 96. He was a finalist in UFC 10, where he suffered his only loss to Mark Coleman. Now, Mark Coleman, as we said earlier, was to be his opponent tonight, but got injured. Takayama took the fight on 1 week notice. He was already training, and Takayama even said that he was really looking forward to seeing Fry versus Coleman. And listen to that crowd. Fry is commanding this crowd like a puppeteer commands a puppet. He loves fighting here. He did say that it kind of took away his motivation when he found out that Coleman was injured. He was first concerned with Coleman's welfare, because Coleman did sustain a neck injury and he was knocked unconscious for a second. But now that Coleman is better, he got back on to training. But I would have to say that his motivation wouldn't have been as much for Takayama as it was for Coleman.
I think so too. And Takayama, on the other hand, has nothing to lose. So he will go in, and he really he threw some big bombs in that fight against Cheetah, and even against Sammy Shield, he was attacking and attacking. So Don better watch out. He got a bit of a weight difference here. Like God knows how many pounds.
Yeah. Okay. Another David Glad situation.
本日のメインイベント最終第8試合を行います。
Yeah, we were teasing him about the Rod Stewart hairdo, and he said that he thought about being a rock and roll guitar player when he was a teenager. And that's one thing about Don Fry and Takayama. They will deliver the intensity that we want.
He didn't blink once.
Clean fight, okay? Shake up!
By Zine if he didn't blink.
Okay, stand the corner. Stand the corner.
Wow.
Well,
Okay? Judge!
subtlety will not be
Judge!
inapparent in this
Judge!
fight. We're going to see guys
Ready, go!
all the bombs that we expect in Pride Fighting Championship Demolition. And there's that right hand. They're cooking it up. Don Fry with right hand. Takayama. Boom! Look at this. Synchronized punching. Synchronized punching. Both guys wailing away with right hands. Takayama looking really bad here. Fry blasting the right and the left now. Wow.
I've never seen a thing like this in my life.
In boxing, holding and hitting is illegal, but not mixed martial arts.
Unbelievable. Now, everything that we was boring tonight, this made it up right here. Unbelievable.
The thing is, when you're holding and hitting, you can't torque the body and get the knockout punch. But man, that was outrageous.
Oh my God! Look at Takayama's face.
There's a big mouse just under the left eye of Yoshihiro Takayama. But man, he took down shot. But it would be interesting to see when they get some distance what's going to happen.
Like I said, he's not going to back down.
No.
He doesn't look that good.
One thing about both these guys, back down does not factor into their makeup. Takayama with a knee by Takayama, what a surprise! That flag is well, Fry took that knee, but Takayama used a smart game plan. Is Takayama going to drop back again and try to take him down? I think it would be a mistake. Man.
Oh, God, he looks bad now.
Yes, he does. That mouse has turned into a rat under his left eye, and pretty soon it's going to turn into an elephant. That's a big lump.
Yeah, Don in the punching and change lost his mouthpiece. We saw it flying out. Whoa. Whoa, you can hear the punches.
I think it's going to be the uppercut that will be the telling blow for Don Fry.
I think so too.
I think that as soon and Takayama made no secret. He said he's going to throw punches and knees. And he's also he's already connected with one knee to Don Fry. And Fry starting to huff and puff a little bit. But like I said before, I think it's Fry's uppercut that will be the damaging blow here. Whoa. Man, this is a war.
Oh, those punches. He's going to feel his hands tonight. That's one thing for sure.
Yes, especially that right hand.
To the body he should hit.
Takayama looking terrible right now.
KO there.
It's going to be a KO.
It's got to be. This cannot go to the past.
No, he rocked him right there. Don rocked him with the right hand.
And again, you shouldn't throw a knee. Don't you throw a knee to the midsection just to distract him. It doesn't need to be a knockout knee, and then go for the head again.
Wow. Subtlety is not in evidence in this match. Both guys trying to terminate with extreme prejudice with punching. Now they're taking a little bit of a breather, trying to get their second win, and they're probably going to need the third and fourth win if they keep this up.
Yeah, it is crazy. I would go body shots now, especially because you're breathing heavy. Oh, look at that.
Takayama looks like he's crying on Don Fry's shoulder here.
Nice, you see, there you go. You should throw that knee again.
Takayama likes to collect old American cars. Now, he's only got one, but it's a Chevy Chevelle. Now, Don Fry would probably appreciate that car being the American that he is.
Right straight to the body.
Yeah. They're having the doctor look at the moose under his eye. Boss, this has been a war.
I've never, the beginning, and then they did it again. We're going to see, whatever happens, we're going to see that again in the replay.
Okay, folks, the Pride video game is available right now, but in some ways, this will be soon available. But this was a lot like a video game. Okay, here we go again.
Whoa. Right straight to the body with the left hook. That's Don Fry's secret here.
Oh, look at that. Don just teeing off on Takayama. Takayama trading back.
Oh, God.
Don said that his game plan is to not get hurt against Takayama. You don't know that Takayama has got a good defense against the mount. Hopefully, for his sake, he does.
There you go. Look at the arm.
It's not going to right, exactly.
He's going to go for it. He's going to set it up with it. The second attempt he has. He had, you can hear the man.
Oh, there it is. Referee stoppage. And a good one. Yeah, Yuji Shimada was really on top of things because there was no need for Takayama to think anymore. Whoa.
Oh my God.
He looks like a possum right there. And it was 6 minutes and 10 seconds in round number 1. Wow.
I want to see the replay of the first punching exchange.
Me too.
This fight was above all that I expected. What a beautiful fight.
Yeah, it was really a great cap, and you know, it really lived up to the name of the event in Demolition, because they both tried to demolish each other. It was Don Frye who demolished Takayama. Wow.
Unbelievable. Here we go.
There he is. Don the Predator Frye. Don Frye says that he wants to fight Mike Tyson in boxing.
In boxing.
And I said, wait a minute, boxing? You want to fight him in mixed martial arts? And he said, well, if I'm going to challenge Mike Tyson, it'd be like challenging Tiger Woods in anything other than golf. You want to fight him in his own game. And I thought, wow, but judging by what he did today, it might be a slugfest. And he got it by ground and pound. It was a TKO. Yuji Shimada, the referee, stepped in and stopped the fight. Don Frye victorious. We also saw another demolition tonight when Bob Sapp demolished Kiyoshi Tamura.
11 seconds. He took him out. Tamura's game plan was to stick and move, but Bob Sapp didn't let him move. He went right at him, and even though that Tamura was running to the sides, Bob Sapp caught him, knocked him down, and then those big sledgehammers drilled into the head, and it was end of story. 11 seconds.
And Emelianenko Fedor has made a big splash in the Pride Fighting Championships. He came in here and faced the giant Semi Schultz and pounded out a unanimous decision, a ground and pound victory over him. But it was Gilbert Ivel who really went to war on the ground, took Jeremy Horn into his favorite place, the ground, and lost a very close one. But Jeremy Horn will be back, but Gilbert showed a lot of improvement, even in losing.
Oh, I think so too. I think that Gilbert improved so much, he's going to be very tough to beat now. If he's going to continue to learn what he just did in the last few months, he's going to be a very dangerous fighter.
So that's been it, the Pride Fighting Championships. Don Frye has got something to say in the ring, though. So let's go up to ringside to see what Mr. Frye has to say.
Takayama-san, arigato. I'd like to say hi to Katie and Cassie, my two little girls.
Katie, Nashi, みんなありがとう。
Takayama-san, thank you very much. Great warrior.
本当にどうもありがとう。また会いましょう。
We have, Molly and I have two little girls, Katie and Cassie.
ケイティとキャシーっていう小さな女の子がいるんですが、
And I'm gonna go home and raise them now.
そして
Sayonara.
うちに帰って子育てに励みたい
Okay,
と思い
Don
ます。
Frye
どう
giving
もあり
a
がとう。
lot of credit and props to Takayama, who kind of saved the day by taking the fight on 1 week notice. But he's back. You know, another person who was really outstanding tonight was from the shootbox. Remember Silva, Anderson Silva, in stopping the Brazilian killer tonight was extremely exciting. So that's what we got tonight, folks. Pride Fighting Championship was definitely a demolition. But don't forget, September 1st, yes, that is Labor Day weekend. So if you go away on vacation, set your VCR because you are not going to want to miss probably the greatest martial arts extravaganza in history. Shockwave, live from the Tokyo National Stadium right here. We expect over 80,000 people. Shockwave, September 1st, Labor Day weekend. Set your VCR. On behalf of my broadcast partner, they call him El Guapo. El Guapo. He is Boss Root. I'm Steven Quadros. I am the Fight Professor. This has been the Pride Fighting Championships Demolition. We will see you next time. Arigato gozaimasu. Sayonara.
それではここでスカイパフォー TV からのお知らせです。本日のプライド21埼玉スーパーアリーナ大会の模様はスカイパフォー TV 完全